Hi guys, it's me SB Studs, and welcome back to LEGO Set Saturdays. This is the series where I build and review a LEGO set, and then give my personal opinion on the set in an out of 10 rating system. Today, I'm reviewing LEGO Set 75967, which is the LEGO Harry Potter Forbidden Forest Umbridge's Encounter. It has 253 pieces, 6 minifigures, is recommended for ages 8 and up, and costs $49.99 in Australia. But before we get into today's review, the YouTube gods on Mount Olympus have told me that only about 3% of you guys are actually subscribed. So if you guys want to see more set reviews, mock showcases, and more, then go down below and destroy that like and subscribe button, and ring the bell for notifications so that you never miss any of my videos. And while you're down there in the description, hop over to my Instagram. I post tutorials from my mock videos and sneak peeks for my thumbnails and videos. So if you want to check it out, the link to my Instagram is in the description below. But with all of that out of the way, let's build this. So, here's the final product. In my personal opinion, this is not necessarily something that I would recommend for a new LEGO Harry Potter fan, but for people who already have a couple of LEGO Harry Potter sets, especially ones like Expecto Patronum, Aragog's Lair, and the Whomping Willow. It feels like this set is not meant to necessarily create something new, but to expand already released sets. But still, it's a really good set with awesome techniques and great minifigures. And since the minifigures are probably the reason you'll buy this set, let's have a look at the box instead. So, on the front of the box, we have some very nice artwork of the set, or just showing a depiction of some of the scenes you can do. So this is a very specific scene where Dolores goes with Harry and Hermione, and they lead her to Hagrid's brother, and the Centaurs then corner them, and basically it's where that Harry and Hermione can escape from Dolores Umbridge. We have the tree in the background, which is an actual piece of the set, and then you have some nice just background imagery of the Forbidden Forest. Then over here we have the LEGO and Harry Potter logo, the picture of the Order of the Phoenix crew, which is on every set, the age range 8+, the set number 75967, and the name of the set, Forbidden Forest Umbridge's Encounter. Then we have the minifigures. We have the Centaur, the other Centaur, Dolores Umbridge, Hermione Granger, Harry Potter, and Hagrid's brother is not mentioned because he is not a minifigure, he's actually like a buildable character. And then we have the Wizarding World logo. Then on this side, we have the LEGO and Harry Potter logo, set number, the name of the set in a bunch of different languages, and we also have the same picture of the set that we got on the front of the box. Turning it around, with the LEGO logo, set number, the warning chokegate hazard, small parts in a bunch of different languages, and then we have where the components were made, the barcode, the 0 to 3 age suggestion, the item number, and then just some logos and some links. Then on this side we have the LEGO and Harry Potter logo, set number, the Warner Brothers and Wizarding World logo, then just a bunch of rights and copyright information and stuff like that. And then the LEGO Life logo with the link to download it. Then we have, on this side of the box, we have the LEGO and Harry Potter logo, the set number, and then we have the minifigures, just a display of them. So we have the two Centaurs and Harry and Hermione cornering Umbridge, who is always very unhappy. I think all over the box, pretty much. And then we have the scale. This basically tells you how big the set is in real life. So, as you can see, Dolores matches up perfectly with this scale. And it just tells you how big the set actually is, because the picture actually makes it look a little bit smaller than it would actually be, or a little bit bigger, depending on which picture you're looking at. Then, on the back of the box, we just have some more general information about the set. So we have the Lego logo and the set number. It then shows you how the tree actually functions and the play feature, and how it can store some of the items. Shows the minifigures playing with the items, and that's kind of a scene from the actual movie. Then we have a scene from the movie being shown here, where Hagrid's brother picks up Hermione. She's got the the bike handles. Then we have Harry Potter and Dolores Umbridge, who is, again, as I said before, looking very unhappy. And then we have the two centaurs in the background, stalking them out. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much all I've got to say about the box. Let's have a look at the set. But, just before we look at the builds, let's have a look at the minifigures. Starting off with the star of the show, or the movies, Harry Potter. This minifigure actually captures him in the scene quite well. I think the torso print, while generic and used in a lot of other minifigures, matches the scene really well. The pants, unfortunately, do not have any printing. I would have liked some jean printing, but other than that, it's kind of just okay. The back of him, the torso printing, the back printing, is okay. It's a bit generic, but it's just okay and fits the torso pretty well. Then the hairpiece is also really well done. I think it matches the scene very good. And the face prints are also pretty good, although they're used in lots of other sets. We have his smiling, happy expression, and then his serious, mean expression. Then we have Hermione Granger. This is a slight step up from the Harry Potter minifigure. I actually kind of like her torso printing in a weird way, because it's not actually that impressive, but I just kind of like it. And I like how it's striped and stuff like that, and I think that that's pretty cool. The black pants, again, just like Harry Potter, there's just no leg printing. Really disappointing about that. Lego could have put some details in there. I just don't like it when we just get plain legs. I find it just like, why? Can't you just put like a little bit of printing on there? Then the back printing, it's not really anything special. It's pretty much just the same at the front, really, except for that little bit at the top. But she also has the new hairpiece that was introduced when these Harry Potter sets were made, and then she also has two expressions: a happy, smiling expression, and then a sort of angry, serious expression. Then, probably the biggest draw for anyone who buys a set is Dolores Umbridge, who I guess is probably the most recognizable character from Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I think that her sort of dress or cardigan is just a little bit too dark. I think it should have been a lighter pink, but overall this minifigure is absolutely fantastic. I really love her torso print with her cat badge and how the cardigan looks and the little pink bow. And I also really love her legs. I love that they made them dual molded, which I think was a perfect decision. I like how the legs and the torso connect through the cardigan, and I love that Lego also printed on slippers for her. Like, I thought that was pretty good. The back printing, I think, is actually pretty cool, because it shows that, like, the cardigan is a bit furry and stuff, and you can see the hairs. And then, she has this pretty nice, sort of even scheming, smiling expression, and then this really fantastic scared expression, which I absolutely love. And then she just has her normal, regular Dolores Umbridge hairpiece, which we've seen a lot before. Then, just as an add-on, we have these two centers. They're pretty good, actually. I do really like these guys. They come with a bow and a quiver of arrows. And I also like how Lego used this piece, this horse piece, to make them actually centaurs. Their torso printing is actually pretty good, and I like that they actually used that sort of olive color skin, because that's actually really accurate to the movies. And I also really like the back printing as well. The back printing is pretty good, and it matches up quite well with the front printing. Then they have what I call the Gandalf hair, and which is in black, which I don't think we've actually gotten the Gandalf hair in black before. And then finally, we have its two expressions. We have this sort of calm, I guess, disgruntled expression, and then this, I guess, battling, angry face, which I think is pretty good. So, starting off with the tree build, I think it's actually pretty good. I like the leaf use, and I really like these mushroom builds. I like how they use these sand green sausages. So I think that's the first time they've made them in that color. I like the base. Base is pretty good, pretty detailed, and the colors match well. The only thing I don't get really is the use of tan in the tree. I get that they have tan leaves, but it feels like the tree has dirt in it or something. I just don't get it really. And also one thing I would have liked is for these leaves, they do look like light green in the film, but they're actually like regular green. I would have liked them to be dark green, because that's kind of like the color of the Forbidden Forest. It's like dark green leaves, and I just thought that they would have looked a little bit better with that. Then they also have a spider here, and I think that's supposed to be a reference to the second movie, Chamber of Secrets, but I just could be wrong. Then, as you can see, there's some hinge clips over here, so you can open it. And then there's some stuff in here, so you have a lantern, a bone, and a chicken leg. And then you also have a bicycle handle. And this is basically something Hermione uses to calm down Hagrid's brother, Grawp. So, yeah, that's just something that happens in the movie, and that's something that you can recreate, so that's pretty new. But, other than that, and just being a nice background piece, there's not really much else to say about this piece, so let's have a look at Grawp. Okay, now let's have a look at Grawp. Now, Grawp is pretty much the main reason. Like, they just needed to make a build of Hagrid's brother, and I think he's just the main reason that this set actually exists. Like, I guess maybe they wanted to recreate the Centaur scene and have an excuse to put Umbridge in the set, but, like, I think Grawp was the main reason. And while I do think that he is one of the better LEGO buildable figures, I definitely do have my criticisms of him. First of all, on his feet, there are these, I don't know, orangey brown bricks. There's a real name for the colour, but I just don't think that this should have fit. And they're 1x1 bricks, so LEGO should have just replaced them with 1x1 tan bricks, and that just would have looked a lot more accurate and better. I know that, like, you won't see this, and it's probably just so LEGO can put rare colours that they want to put out into these sets, but, like, I just think that it takes away from the set a bit. Then we have his legs, and they use stickers, and I normally give stickers a pass, but honestly, the way these stickers, they make this line of tan, and that basically looks like this piece of his shorts is actually floating, which I just think looks just not very good. And I think that it just should have been printed, because this face is printed, so LEGO obviously had the ability to print for the set. Then we have these, and I think that they really just, instead of making it a 1x4 tan Technic brick, they just should have made a 1x2 brown Technic brick, and then just a 1x2 normal tan brick, and that just would have made it look a lot better. And it meant that the short line would have matched up properly. And I would have liked for this grey axle to be brown or tan, but I guess that's okay. Then moving up, we have his bulging belly, which I think is actually recaptured quite well, and his vest is also recaptured quite well. Again, stickers, I'll actually give these ones a pass. But then we come to the arms. First of all, I think his hands were a bit too small. I would have expected these hands to be larger, and I guess it's kind of okay, but on the box, they advertise the fact that you can hold up minifigures. And you can kind of do that. You have to flip his hand around, and it just makes it look weird and stuff. And I guess you could do it like this, but like it just looks a little bit weird. I would have expected the hands to be just a little bit bigger. Then we have his arms, and I think that these bricks should have been replaced by a different one, because think they just don't recapture the arm very well. Like, I guess that this kind of looks like a shoulder blade, like this little bit, but I just don't think that they recapture that well. But then we have what I think is like the worst thing about this character, pretty much, is this. For some reason, LEGO is obsessed with keeping these ball joint hinge pieces light grey and dark grey. LEGO seems to refuse to put these in another colour. And you see this in other sets, like in the 2021 TIE Fighter, they made one of the hinge bricks that should have been light grey, dark grey, and it kind of takes away from the set. And for some reason, they just don't want to put these in different colours, and I just don't understand why. Comment down below if you actually know why, but I just don't understand it. Like, it would just look so better if this was tan or brown. I don't think I'm asking for too much from LEGO to just recolor parts that definitely need to be recolored. Then, actually I lied. The worst part about this set is not those things, it's the back. The back is really, really, really rough. LEGO definitely should have tiled them off or bricked them off, and it just looks awful. Like, I know that you'll look at this guy from this side, but this guy looks like he's a robot now. Like, he's got this, like, exoskeleton, and then, like, you have the wires on the inside and stuff. He looks like a robot. Like, he's supposed to... I don't know, but, like, it just looks bad. LEGO just really should have tiled it off, and it would have all been Yankee Doodle, and it would have been great. But they didn't, and I'm really upset at LEGO for doing that. Then, finally, we have the head. Now, admittedly, I do like how the head is built. I think the head's built pretty good, but the face print, as I'm sure lots of other people have said, the nose doesn't make sense. Minifigures don't have noses. Why does this guy have a nose? Like, I know it's one of his defining features, but come on, like, I just want a bit of consistency here. Like, it just looks a bit weird to have a noseless person next to a nosed person. Now, the face and the eyes are pretty well captured, and I do like how the ears are made, and overall, I think the rest of the head is actually pretty good. The back of the head with the hair is pretty swish, and I really like it, and same for the sides, but just for the front, I just think that it cuts up a bit too much here. Like, you have the top of the head, and then, poof, it just ducks down. I just think that, like, from this angle, it looks like he's sort of, like, wearing a hat or something. It doesn't look like it's actually his hair. But from, like, these angles, you're like, oh yeah, that's his hair. So, I would have liked for LEGO just to smooth this bit just down, just a little bit. But, overall, not a bad model, definitely not the worst that LEGO's made. And overall, it's a pretty good model. Now, time for the SB Stud's opinion. In my personal opinion, this set definitely does have its standouts as good things. I think it's overall a good set, but there are just some things which I have mentioned that just bring the set down a peg. So, first of all, I think that the only really good minifigure, as I said, is Dolores. The other ones, they're accurate, but I just don't think that they're that exciting. The Centaurs are okay, but I just don't think that they're that exciting, and Harry has a very generic torso print. And I guess that they are accurate, but I just don't think that they are exciting in any way. And I just think that LEGO possibly could have added zipper pockets, or they could have spruced them up a bit. Now, also, as I mentioned, Hagrid's brother uses these hinge pieces, and they make for great posability, but LEGO just for some reason refuses to print these in nicer colours. So, this also happened with some other sets I've seen, but basically, LEGO just for some reason just wants to keep these two hinge pieces as dark grey and grey. Like on the TIE Fighter coming out next year, for the edges of the TIE Fighter wing, they put them as dark grey when it should be light grey, but they just didn't do it, and it's really weird, and I just don't really understand. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just too expensive to put molds in for new plastics, but I just think that that's just a bit of a petty excuse, and that LEGO should probably just print these in a regular fashion, in just tan, or brown, I guess, would be for the dark grey. But it in no way ruins the figure, I guess. The legs, again, would have liked for this to be a tan piece, because that would have fit in. Oops. Yeah. The stickers are okay, but I would have, as I'm sure you know, I would have preferred for these ones to be printed on, because you have that, like, tan gap, and I just think that it just doesn't look that nice. Then the torso is pretty good. I think the stickers weren't actually that much of a hassle. But then the face, I didn't think it looked that weird when I looked down the box, but the nose just looks weird. Like, I'm sure that everyone else has said that, but the fact that normal minifigures don't have noses, but this guy's nose is just really weird. I know that it's like one of his defining traits, but yeah, I just think that that nose is just weird. And last thing, really, for Hagrid's brother is that his hair just cuts off weirdly. I just think that it cuts off weirdly. And, like, the back is really good, but here it just cuts off weirdly. I just don't think that it looks that good. Then the tree, I think, is actually, like, apart from this guy, it's actually the best part of the set. I think it's even better than the minifigures, actually, in some ways. I really like how they use these, sort of sand green sausage pieces for the mushrooms. I think those mushroom like designs are really good. I love the spider here, so kind of I don't think it's supposed to be, but it's kind of like a reference to the Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. And then I love how it opens up and that you have the bicycle handle to play around with, which is actually in the movie, and then you just have a bunch of other stuff. And this will actually be really good for expanding your Forbidden Forest if you already had Aragog's Lair set, or I guess the Expecto Patronum set. That would be really good. So overall, pretty good set in my opinion. Just could have had some touch-ups in the design studio. Personally, I'm going to rate this a 6 out of 10, which is still good. 6 out of 10 isn't bad, but just could have been improved in a couple of ways. But anyway, that's all I've really got to say about this. Please do like and subscribe, as if you want to see more set reviews like this. Also, I am close to reaching 200 subscribers, and I'm thinking of doing something special when we reach that goal. So please do subscribe, so that we can reach that goal. Also, like and comment, because that does really help me out. And also, follow me on Instagram, because if you want to know when my videos are coming out, or if you want to get sneak peeks, or if you want to get tutorials from my mock videos, then that is the place you want to go for that stuff. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Sterling